viewers, in this module we are going to discuss 16th one. What is that is, in the adjacent figure they are given one figure here. AB is parallel to CD. So whatever they are given, write that one. AB is parallel to CD and T is a transversal. This is the T transversal intersecting points at E and F respectively. If angle 2 is to angle 1, what they are given conditions is angle 2 is to angle 1 will be equal to 5 is to 4. So any two values, if you divide it, then you'll get the 5 is to 4, but it is multiplied with some constant value. Find the measure of each of marked angles. So all these angles we have to find. So angle 2 and angle 1. So these are making, let's take angle 2 is, let's take 5x degrees. Angle 1 is 4x degrees. So let angle 2 will be equal to 5x. We are multiplying with some constant, that is the things. So 4x degrees. So angle 2 and angle 1 is a making linear pair. So here it's making linear pair. The sum of these two angles is making 180 degrees. That is angle 1 plus angle 2 angle is equal to 180 degrees from linear pair angles. From linear pair angles. Then what you can say here is angle 2 is 5x degrees, angle 1 is 4x degrees. So that will be equal to 180 degrees. That implies 5x plus 4x will be 9x degrees. That will be equal to 180 degrees. That implies x will be equal to 180 by 9. 9 ones are 9 20s. So x will be equal to 20 degrees. Then what is that angle 1? Angle 1 will be equal to 4 into x, that is 4 into 20. So what you'll get, 4 to the 8, 80 degrees. Then angle 2 will be equal to 5x degrees, that is 5 into 20. Then what you'll get, 100 degrees. So if you add both, then you'll get the 180 degrees. So from this, what you can say here is angle 1 and angle 5. So what are the corresponding angles for 1 and 5? So these are from corresponding and vertically opposite angles. What you can say here is angle 1 will be equal to angle 5. Then angle 1 will be equal to angle 3 and angle 5 will be equal to angle 7. From what you can say, from corresponding and vertically opposite angles, what you can say here is angle 1 will be equal to angle 5. Then angle 5 will be equal to angle 7. Then angle 1 will be equal to angle 3. That will be equal to 80 degrees. So these are the 80 degree values. Then angle 2 will be equal to angle 4. Here these two will be vertically opposite angles. So these are the vertically opposite angles. Then that will be equal to angle 8 will be equal to angle 6. That will be equal to here. So angle 100 degrees. So like this we need to find. And one more thing is we can go with another method. So what is that is? So what is the another method is? So here number of parts they are given that angle 2 is to angle 1, that is 5 is to 4. So here what is that? Number of parts will be equal to. So let's take number of parts. Total parts divided into total parts will be equal to, what is that? 5 plus 4, that will be equal to 9. Then this total angle, angle 2 plus angle 1 will be equal to 180 degrees from linear pair. As I told here, this is making linear pair. Then what is that angle we can find? So angle 2 will be equal to number of parts by total parts. Here 5 by total parts is 9 into total angle. So 9 ones are 9 20s are. So 5 into 20, what you will get? 100 degrees. So like this we need to find. Then angle 1 will be equal to, what is the parts? 4 parts for angle 1. So for this one. Then total is 9 and 180 degrees into total. So 20 degrees. Then what you will take? 4 20s are, what you will get? Sorry, 80 degrees. So like this, from linear and vertically opposite angles. So this angle will be equal to this angle and this one will be equal to this. So from linear and corresponding angles. From corresponding and vertically opposite angles, from corresponding and vertically opposite angles, what you can say, angle 1 will be equal to angle 3, that angle 5 will be equal to angle 7, that will be equal to 80 degrees. And one more thing is, So let's take here what you can take, and here this angle will be equal to this and this one will be equal to this. So angle 2 will be equal to angle 4, that will be equal to angle 6, angle 8 will be equal to 100 degrees. Like this also we can find the given conditions. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Here seventh question is, the adjacent figure AB is parallel to CD. So AB is parallel to CD. Find the values of x, y, z. So from here what you can say here is, so observe carefully your figure. This is PR and PQ are transversal. So these two are, what you'll get here is, these two are alternate interior angles. So these are the from alternate interior angles. From alternate interior angles, what you can say here as angle y will be equal to 3x degrees. Both are equal. Then here y will be equal to 3x degrees. So from here triangle, let's take triangle PQR, angle sum property. So angle sum property of triangle, what you can say here is angle P plus angle Q plus angle R, sum of all the angles will be equal to 180 degrees. Angle P is nothing but 2x degrees, angle Q is nothing but 80 degrees, plus angle R will be equal to 3x degrees. That will be equal to 180 degrees. The 5x plus 80 will be equal to 180. Then 5x will be equal to 180 minus 80. Then what you'll get here is 100 degrees. Then x will be equal to 100 by 5. So 5 ones are, then 5 2s are 20s are, x will be equal to 20 degrees. So this is the angle. Then our next one is, then y will be equal to what? Y is equal to 3x, that is 3 into 20, that will be equal to 60 degrees. So y will be equal to 60 degrees, that is the value. So from linear pair, what you can see here is this angle. So sum of z and y degrees will be equal to, from linear pair angles, what you can say, linear pair angles, sum of two angles, that is angle y degree plus z degree will be equal to 180 degrees. So y will be equal to what? 60 degrees plus z, that will be equal to 180 degrees. Z will be equal to 180 minus 60, that will be equal to 120 degrees. So z will be equal to 120 degrees. This is the z value. Like this we can find, or we can go with another method as it is. As I told here, this one will be, y will be equal to 3x. Then this angle will be, from angle sum property you can make it. So x value what we are calculated. So x we are calculated 20. Then y will be equal to 3x, that is 3 into 20 degrees, that will be equal to 60 degrees. So y will be equal to 60 here, 60 degrees and z. So from here what you can say here is this angle, z angle and this angle, totally this angle are alternate interior angles. So these two are alternate interior angles. So alternate interior angles are equal. Alternate interior angles are equal. So what is that? Angle z will be equal to sum of, so this angle, so what is this angle? So this angle only it is 180 minus 2x plus 3x. So that angle, so 180 minus 2x plus 3x plus 2x. This is the angle. So what you can take it here as, so 2x plus 3x, why? Because these two angles we are subtracted in order to get this. So this angle and this angle are subtracted. Then 2xy we are added to this is the total angle. So this is the z angle. So this total angle is z for this. So 180 minus 2x minus 3x plus 2x. So plus 2x minus 2x we are going to cancel. 180 minus 3 into 20, what you'll get? 180 minus 60 degrees, then what you'll get? 120 degrees. Z will be equal to 120 degrees. Like this also we can calculate. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.